his Hebrew writings, and he'll refer to it in such a playful way. It seems that he's alluding to his own masterpiece that he never comes out and says he wrote.
Maybe last question. Brian asks, is it possible to study the Zohar on your own? So it's a question I ask because today studying with you is an example of why it's so hard to study the Zohar on your own, because you are actually taking us through your notes, but you're explaining the notes, and you are a master guide. So I assume someone could open up the Zohar, but on their own, I would find it to be very challenging without having someone to at least interact with to try to understand, if not a master teacher. But do you have any thoughts about, that's why you have a whole class on Zohar, is to help people. But
right. Anyway, what we do in the class is pretty much what we did today, and move a little more slowly, and we spend more time. We look at parallels and stuff. But I would say, I wrote the commentary this way. You see how dense and extensive the commentary is. I wrote the commentary this way so that people could approach it on their own. I think if you move very slowly and carefully, if you have a Bible next to you, if you've studied some Bible, you can't make sense of the Zohar without some knowledge of the Bible. Okay, now let me say this. It's often said in traditional circles, you shouldn't open the Zohar until you've mastered not only the Bible, but the Talmud. You should study the whole Talmud, and maybe Midrash, and maybe Halacha, and you should study everything before you even venture into the Zohar. That's often been the traditional approach. My sense is that, if we wait for people to do that, a tiny fraction of the Jewish population or the world population will ever get to the Zohar. So I wrote the commentary so that people could approach it if you're very careful, if you're very patient, if you can work slowly with the Bible next to you, looking up occasionally things in the Talmud. But it certainly helps to study with someone, with a teacher, and I can recommend my class highly. But there are other ways to do it. You can do it on your own. You can do it with a friend. You can do it with another teacher. There's so much of the Zohar is through dialogue. It's rabbis wandering on the road and exchanging secrets of Torah. So it helps a lot to study with someone. And some of the people in our course do Havruta, do companion study. To study with someone and in a class is tremendous.
Robin, I'm reading your comments. It's very funny because, really it's about relaxation, I think. And those rooms want to essentially, the whole thing is about capturing crash out. Like, that's the only value content, and like inducing crash out. It's basically the prank call show, but these people don't retransport that content to the other. Exactly. Like, they're actually the Walking Dead. That's why I say this is hell for zombies. So just have compassion on these people. They're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out what I'm actually listening to, in my opinion. So I know it's so great to listen to how horrible they are, but the problem is, it's like, I feel like you have to do something different every single day. Good, record it. Because what you're really doing is like creating a South Park episode. But the point is, who watches South Park every single day? The people in these rooms, and maybe me and you. But like, basically, it's like, I had a lot to drink last night. So what I'm saying is, you value your health and your time more and more and more, because time is so limited. And to let those people echo inside of your brain is like deciding to drive a truck off of a cliff. I am complete.
Yes. But I know a good number of people who've joined the class said, I bought your book, I bought volume 1, I bought the first 5 volumes, I bought all 12 volumes, and I started reading it, and I didn't get it anywhere, so I want to do a class. So some people really need the class, and I think many people benefit from the class, but some people, I think, can begin on their own. If the class is too expensive for you, then email me, and we will work it out. The cost is not a barrier, and there are scholarship funds available.
Thank you. So I want to wish you all great dreams tonight, and a warning: don't tell your dreams to anybody you don't trust, I guess.
Right.
Thank you for taking us into this part of the Zohar today, and being a master guide for all of us. It's really a treat to have you as our teacher. Thank you all in the audience and participants as well for your great insights. And I will follow up this program with sending out the handouts again, as well as the information about joining Professor Matt's class and some